Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Atha Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Araganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Scha Om Jnana Timaranda Shagana Jana Shilakaya Chakshurun Militamina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurakam Guruganana Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Shirupa Patanugam Govindabhidam Ujjalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Vande Vishwagurun Shah Divyad Bhagavat Prem Noe Bija Pranam Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Baranam Balaka Chilanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubharam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishvara Shridharam Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Madhya-lila, chapter 23, Life's Ultimate Goal, Love of Godhead. 23. So this is the first verse. We're starting with Mahaprabhu's explanation to Srila Sanatan Goswami of prayojana, prayojana tattva, Krishna Prem, which means life's ultimate goal, love of Godhead. Shirad adatam nijagupta vitam swaprema namamritam ati udara apamaram yo vidatara gora krishno janebhyas tamaham prapadye. The most munificent Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Gora Krishna, distributed to everyone, even the lowest of men, his own confidential treasury in the form of the nectar of love of himself and the holy name. This was never given to the people at any time before. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto him. The most munificent Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Gora Krishna, distributed to everyone, even the lowest of men, his own confidential treasury in the form of the nectar of love of himself and the holy name. This was never given to the people at any time before. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Jaya Jaya Gora Chandra, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Sri Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ebe Shuna Bhakti Fo Prema-prayojona Jahara Shravane Hoy Bhakti Rasa Gyan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, now hear, O Sanatan, about the result of devotional service, which is love of Godhead, life's ultimate goal. One who hears this description will be enlightened in the transcendental mellows of devotional service. Whoever hears this will be enlightened with knowledge of Bhakti Ras. Krishna Rati Gada Hoile Prema Abhidan Krishna Bhakti Rasera Estai Bhavanam. When affection for Krishna becomes deeper, one attains love of Godhead in devotional service. Such a position is called sthai bhava, permanent enjoyment of the mellows of devotional service to Krishna. Shuddha sattva visheshatma prema suryamsha shamabhak ruchi ruchibis chitta mashrinya kridaso bhava uchate Shuddha-sattva visheshatma prema suryamsas samyabhak ruchibis chitta mashrinya kridaso bhava uchate. When devotional service is executed on the transcendental platform of pure goodness, it is like a sun ray of love for Krishna. At such a time, devotional service causes the heart to be softened by various tastes, and one is then situated in bhava emotion. E dui bhaver sarup tatasta lakan, primera lakana ebe shuna sanatan. Bhava emotion has two different symptoms, constitutional and marginal. Now, my dear Sanatan, listen to the symptoms of love. The word Shuddha-sattva visheshatma means situated on the transcendental platform of pure goodness. In this way, the soul is purified of all material contamination, and this position is called Swarup Lakan, the constitutional symptoms of bhava, emotion. By various tastes, one's heart is softened, and there is an awakening of one's loving propensity to render spontaneous service to the Lord. This is called tatasta lakan, the marginal symptoms of bhava. Samyam mashrinita swanto mamat vati shayankita bhavasa eva sandratma buddhai prema nigadyate. When the bhava softens the heart completely, becomes endowed with a great feeling of possessiveness in relation to the Lord, and becomes very much condensed and intensified, it is called prema, love of Godhead, by learned scholars. Ananya mamata Vishnu mamata prema sangata bhaktir iti uchate bhishma pralado davanaradai. When one develops an unflinching sense of ownership or possessiveness in relation to Lord Vishnu, or in other words, when one thinks Vishnu and no one else to be the only object of love, such an awakening is called bhakti, devotion, by exalted persons like Bhishma, Prahlad, Uddhava, and Narada. Kona bhagye kon jiver shraddha jari hoy tabi se jiva sadhu sangha jay karai. If by good fortune a living entity develops faith in Krishna, he begins to associate with devotees. Sadhu sangha hoite hoy shravana kirtan sadhana bhaktye hoy sarvanarta nivartan. When one is encouraged in devotional service by the association of devotees, one becomes free from all unwanted contamination by following the regulative principles of chanting and hearing. Sadhu Sangha Hoite Hoy Shravana Kirtan Sadhana Bhakti Hoy Sarva Nartan Divartan. When one is encouraged in devotional service by the association of devotees, one becomes free from all unwanted contamination by following the regulative principles and chanting and hearing. Anartha nivritti hoyle, bhakti nishta hoite, shravanadye, ruchi upajay. When one is freed from all unwanted contamination, one advances with firm faith. When firm faith in devotional service awakens, a taste for hearing and chanting also awakens. Ruchi hoite bhakti hoy, asakti prachur, asakti hoite chitte janme, Krishna priti ankur. After a taste is awakened, a deep attachment arises, and from that attachment, the seed of love for Krishna grows in the heart. Say Baba Gata Hoile, Dare Premanam, Say Prema-prayojona, Sarvanandadam. When that ecstatic emotional stage intensified, it is called love of Godhead. Such love is life's ultimate goal and the reservoir of all pleasures. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur summarizes this growth of love of Godhead as a gradual process. A person becomes interested in devotional service by some good fortune. Eventually, one becomes interested in pure devotional service without material contamination. At that point, a person wants to associate with devotees. As a result of this association, one becomes more and more interested in discharging devotional service and hearing and chanting. The more one is interested in hearing and chanting, the more one is purified of material contamination. Liberation from material contamination is called anartha nivritti, indicating a diminishing of all unwanted things. This is the test of development in devotional service. If one actually develops the devotional attitude, one must be freed from the material contamination of illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and meat eating. These are the preliminary symptoms. When one is freed from all material contamination, one's firm faith in devotional service awakens. When firm faith develops, a taste arises, and by that taste, one becomes attached to devotional service. When this attachment intensifies, a seed of love of Krishna fructifies. This position is called priti or rati, affection, or bhava, emotion. When rati intensifies, it is called love of Godhead. This love of Godhead is actually life's highest perfection and the reservoir of all pleasure. Thus, devotional life is divided into two stages, sadhana bhakti and bhava bhakti. Sadhana bhakti refers to the development of devotional service through the regulative principles. The basic principle for the execution of devotional service is faith. Above that, there is association with devotees. And after that, there is initiation by a bona fide spiritual master. After initiation, when one follows the principles of devotional service, one becomes freed from all unwanted things. In this way, one becomes firmly fixed and gradually develops a taste for devotional service. The more the taste grows, the more one desires to render service to the Lord. In this way, one becomes attached to a particular mellow or rasa in the Lord's service, Shanta Dasha, Sakya Vatsalya, or Madhur. As a result of such attachment, bhava develops. Bhava Bhakti is the platform of purified goodness. By such purified goodness, one's heart melts in devotional service. Bhava Bhakti is the first seed of love of Godhead. This emotional stage is there before one attains pure love. When that emotional stage intensifies, it is called Prema Bhakti, or transcendental love of Godhead. This gradual process is also described in the following two verses, which are found in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangota Bhajana Kriya Tato Narta Nivritti Shat Tato Nishta Ruchis Tata Atasaktis Tato Bhavas Tata Prema Bhudanshati Sadakana Mayam Premna Pradur Bhave Bhavet Krama. In the beginning, there must be faith. Then one becomes interested in associating with pure devotees. Thereafter, one is initiated by the spiritual master and executes the regulative principles under his orders. Thus, one is freed from all unwanted habits and becomes firmly fixed in devotional service. Thereafter, one develops taste and attachment. This is the way of sadhana bhakti, the execution of devotional service according to the regulated principles. Gradually, emotion intensifies, and finally there is an awakening of love. This is the gradual development of love of Godhead for the devotee interested in Krishna consciousness. Satam prasangam mama virya samvido bhavanti ritkarna rasayana kata tajoshanad ashvapa varga vartmani shraddha ratir bhaktir anukramishati. The spiritually powerful message of Godhead can be properly discussed only in a society of devotees, and it is greatly pleasing to hear in that association. If one hears from devotees, the way of transcendental experience quickly opens, and gradually one attains firm faith that in due course develops into attraction and devotion. Jahara rinaye e Pavan kurahoy tahate eteka china sarva shastrikoy. If one actually has the seed of transcendental emotion in one's heart, the symptoms will be visible in one's activities. That is the verdict of all revealed scriptures. Shantir anyarta kalatvam viraktir mana shunyata ashabandha samutkanta namagane sadaruchi asaktis tad gunakyane pritis tad vasatis tale iti adhaya nubhava shur jata bhavan kurejane. When the seed of ecstatic emotion for Krishna fructifies, the following 9 symptoms manifest in one's behavior: forgiveness, concern that time should not be wasted, detachment, absence of false prestige, hope, eagerness, a taste for chanting the holy name of the Lord, attachment to descriptions of the transcendental qualities of the Lord, and affection for those places where the Lord resides, that is, a temple or a holy place like Vrindavan. These are all called anubhava, subordinate signs of ecstatic emotion. They are visible in a process in whose heart the seed of love of God has begun to fructify. They are visible in a person in whose heart the seed of love of God has begun to fructify. Enava priti ankur jarachiti hoy, enava priti ankur jarachite hoy, prakrita kobe tara koba nahi hoy. If love for Krishna in a seedling stage has fructified in one's heart, one is not agitated by material things. Tammopaya tam pratiyantu vipra ganga cha devi drita chittamishe vijo pasrishta kuhakast takshakova dasha tvalam gayata vishnugata. O Brahmanas, just accept me as a completely surrendered soul, and let Mother Ganges, the representative of the Lord, also accept me in that way, for I have already taken the lotus feet of the Lord into my heart. Let the snake bird, or whatever magical thing the Brahman created, bite me at once. I only desire that all of you continue singing the deeds of Lord Vishnu. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by Maharaj Parikshit while he was sitting on the bank of the Ganges expecting to be bitten by a snake bird summoned by the curse of a Brahmin boy named Shringi, who was the son of a great sage named Shamika. News of the curse was conveyed to the king, who prepared for his imminent death. Many great saintly persons, sages, Brahmins, kings, and demigods came to see him in his last days. Maharaj Parikshit, however, was not at all afraid of being bitten by the snake bird. Indeed, he requested all the great personalities assembled to continue chanting the holy name of Lord Vishnu. So Maharaj Parikshit was a powerful sage, but he didn't even try to counter the curse of an inexperienced Brahmin boy who cursed him to be bitten by a snake bird and die. Maharaj Parikshit, his only interest is in the final days of his life. He wanted to take complete shelter of the Lord and hear from the devotees. Krishna sambandha vina kala vyarta nahi jai. Not a moment should be lost. Every moment should be utilized for Krishna or connected with him. Maharaj Parikshit's expression of anxiety is explained in this verse. He says, let whatever is destined to happen take place. It doesn't matter. Just let me see that not a moment of my time is wasted without a relationship with Krishna. One has to tolerate all obstacles on the path of Krishna consciousness, and one has to see that not a moment of his life is wasted outside of Krishna's service. Bhagbis tuvanto manasa smarantas tava namantopi anisham natripta bhaktash shravan netra jala samagram ayor harer eva samarpayanti. With their words, they offer prayers to the Lord. With their minds, they always remember the Lord. With their bodies, they offer obeisances to the Lord. Despite all these activities, they are still not satisfied. This is the nature of pure devotees. Shedding tears from their eyes, they dedicate their whole lives to the Lord's service. Bhukti siddhi indriyarta tarinahi bhai. In the material field, people are interested in material enjoyment, mystic power, and sense gratification. But these things do not appeal to the devotee at all. Can you open this door, please? Yodustyajan darasutan suridrajam ridhisprisha jaho yuvaiva malavad utamashloka lalasa. Maharaj Bharata was very eager to attain the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is called Uttama Shloka, because poems and prayers are offered to him for his favor. In his youth, Maharaj Bharata gave up his attractive wife and children, as well as his beloved friends, an opulent kingdom, just as one gives up stool after passing it. These are the signs of virakti, detachment, found in a person who has developed bhava, the preliminary stage of love of God. This verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Maharaj Bharata gave up his kingdom, his wife and children and friends and everything, all opulence. And without any attachment at all, he just left for the forest. Sarvotama apanake hina korimane. Although a pure devotee's standard is above all, he still considers himself to be in the lowest stage of life. Haro ratim vahanesho. Haro ratim vahanesha narendranam shikamani bhiksham atan aripure svapakam apibandate. Bharat Maharaj always carried affection for Krishna within his heart. Although he was the crown jewel of kings, he was still wandering about and begging alms in the city of his enemies. He was even offering respects to chandalas, low-class men who eat dogs. Krishna kripa koribena drita korijane. A fully surrendered devotee always hopes that Lord Krishna will be kind to him. This hope is very firm in him. Na prema shravanadi bhaktir apiva yogota va vaishnavo jnanam va shudakarma va kiyadaho sajjatir apiasti va hinarthadika sarake tvayi tatapi ajshedya mulasati He gopijana vallabha vyatayate ha mad asaivamam. O my Lord, I do not have any love for you, nor am I qualified for discharging devotional service by chanting and hearing, nor do I possess the mystic power of a Vaishnava, knowledge or pious activities, nor do I belong to a very high caste family. On the whole, I do not possess anything. Still, O beloved of the gopis, because you bestow your mercy on the most fallen, I have an unbreakable hope that is constantly in my heart. That hope is always giving me pain. Why pain? Because there's a great feeling of eagerness or anticipation to have the mercy of the Lord. Samut kanta hoy sada lalasa pradhan. This eagerness is chiefly characterized by an ardent desire to associate with the Lord. Tvats chaishavam tri pavanud bhutam iti avehi matschapalam chatava va mama vadigamyam tat kim karomi viralam murali vilasi. Mugdam mukambujam udikshitam ikshanabhyam Tvats chaishavam tri bhuvanad bhutamiti avehi matschapalam cha tavava mama vadigamyam tat kim karomi viralam murali vilasi mudgam mukambujam udikshitum Ikshanabhyam. O Krishna, O flute player, the sweetness of your early age is wonderful within these three worlds. You know my unsteadiness, and I know yours. No one else knows about this. I want to see your beautiful, attractive face somewhere in a solitary place, but how can this be accomplished? This is from Bilva Mangal Thakur's Krishna Karnamrita. Namagane Sadaruchi Loya Krishnanam. Due to having great relish for the holy name, one is inclined to chant the Hare Krishna Maha mantra constantly. Rodana Bindu Maranda Shandi Drig Indi Varadya Govinda. Rodana Bindu Maranda Shandi Drig Indi Varadya Govinda Tava Madhura Svarakanti Gayati Nama Valimbala. O Krishna, this wonderful girl named Radhika is today constantly pouring forth tears like nectar falling from flowers as she sings your holy names in a sweet voice. Krishna guna kyane hoy sarvada asakti. At this stage of bhava, devotee has awakened the tendency to chant and describe the transcendental qualities of the Lord. He has attachment for this process. Madhuram madhuram vapur ashavibor madhuram madhuram varanam madhuram madhugandhi mridusmitam etad aho madhuram 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 madhuram. O my Lord, the transcendental body of Krishna is very sweet, and his face is even sweeter than his body, but his soft smile, which has the fragrance of honey, is sweeter still. Krishna lila stane kore sarvada vasati. A devotee absorbed in ecstatic emotion for Krishna always resides in a place where Krishna's pastimes were performed. Karaham yamuna tire namani tava kirtayan udbaspa pundarikaksha rachayisyami tandavam. O Lord Pundarikaksha, while chanting your holy name with tears in my eyes, when shall I dance in ecstasy on the bank of the Yamuna? Krishna ratira china e koilun vivaran, Krishna Prema-prayojona ebe shuna sanatan. These are the symptoms of a person who has developed attraction for Krishna. Now let me describe the symptoms of a person who is actually elevated to love of Krishna. O Sanatan, please hear this from me. Jarachite Krishna Prema Koraye Udoy Tarabakya Kriya Mudra Vigyeha Nabujoy. Even the most learned man cannot understand the words, activities, and symptoms of a person situated in love of Godhead. Danyasyayam Navaprema Yashyon Milati Chelasi Antar Vanibir Apiyasha Mudra Shushtu Sudurgama. Even a most learned scholar cannot understand the activities and symptoms of an exalted personality in whose heart love of Godhead has awakened. Evam vratasva priyanama kirtya shatanurago drutachit uchai hasati ato rodati rotigayati unmaravan nrityati lokabaya. When a person is actually advanced and takes pleasure in chanting the holy name of the Lord, who is very dear to him, that person becomes agitated and loudly chants the holy name. He also laughs, cries, and chants just like a madman, not caring for outsiders. Prema krame buddhi hoy, sneho mana pranoy, raganu ragabhava mahabhava hoy. Love of Godhead increases and is manifested as affection, counter love, love, attachment, sub-attachment, ecstasy, and sublime ecstasy. So these are all words which describe different ecstatic symptoms that develop in pursuit of love of Godhead or of prema. Now, hearing the words, we can't necessarily enter into an understanding of what they refer to. I would say this is because the language used for describing love of Godhead and the symptoms of love of Godhead does not really have an adequate translation into our language. For instance, even the word love of Godhead, prema. We speak of love, but normally we speak of love as it's manifest in this world based on sexual attraction. And that's not really what we're referring to. We're referring to prema, which is a deep absorption in love on the part of the soul in relationship with the Lord. We may perceive some reflection of that in this world, but the word prema is not easily understood by somebody who doesn't have some entrance into devotional service. So here, prema, love of God, it increases and is manifested as affection, sneha, a counter love, mana, indignation due to affection. But that counter love, it can refer to a sense of, of jealousy or competition. Then comes pranoy, which means here is translated as love, but we already have prema translated as love, but this is pranoy, another stage of development of that love. Then we have raga, attachment. Just like we hear the word raga marg. Okay. Then we have anuraga, sub-attachment. In other words, that which helps, that which promotes that attachment. Then bhava, ecstasy. And mahabhava, which is particularly found in Srimati Radharani, is intensified ecstasy. Or sublime ecstasy here, it says. Bija iku rasa gura tabe kandasar sharkara shita michari shuddha michariyar. This development is compared to sugarcane seeds, sugarcane plants, sugarcane juice, molasses, crude sugar, refined sugar, sugar candy, and rock candy. So in other words, how the development of that sugar plant, and the sugar is intensifying until the sugar crystallizes and it forms refined sugar, sugar candy, where it's like crystals of sugar. Ihajaichi krame nirmala krame boreswara rati prema-dira taichi badaye asvara. One should understand that just as the taste of sugar increases, as it is gradually purified, so when love of Godhead increases from rati, which is compared to the beginning seed, its taste increases. One should understand that just as the taste of sugar increases as it is gradually purified, so when love of Godhead increases from rati, which is compared to the beginning seed, its taste increases. Adhikari Bedi Rati Pancha Parakar Shantadasha Sakya Vatsalya Madhura Ar. According to the candidate possessing these transcendental qualities, sneha, mana, and so on, there are 5 transcendental mellows or rasas: neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parental love, and conjugal love. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, rati is thus described: Vyaktam mash rinite vantar lakshante rati lakanam mumukshu prabhritinam ched bhaved esha ratir nahi kintu bala chamatkara kari tachchina vikshaya abhigena subodhoyam rati abhasa prakirtita. The real symptom of the fructification of the seed of love, rati, the real symptoms of the fructification of the seed of love, rati, are manifested because the heart is melted. When such symptoms are found among speculators and fruitive actors, they cannot be accepted as real symptoms of attachment. Foolish people without knowledge of devotional service praise such symptoms of attachment, even when they are based on something other than a desire to serve Krishna. However, one who is expert in devotional service calls such symptoms rati abhas, a mere glimpse of attachment. So there's the word abhas again, a reflection or a glimpse of attachment. Not really developed, rati even, because the person doesn't have devotion, just shows some emotion. I heard Govinda Maharaj say, we're interested in devotion, not emotion. E pancha sthayi bhava hoy pancha ras, e ras e bhakta sukhe Krishna hoy bas. These 5 transcendental mellows exist permanently. The devotee may be attracted to one of these mellows, and thus he becomes happy. Krishna also becomes bhavas, bring under control the favorable ecstasies such as laughing and unfavorable ecstasies such as anger. When these moods continue to remain as kings, they are called sthayi bhava, or permanent ecstasies. Continuous ecstatic love for Krishna is called permanent ecstasy. Now these 5 rasas, neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parental love, and conjugal love, or we can say loving Krishna as one's lover. These are the principal rasas, and then there are also sub-rasas that come just like to help cover the different exchanges and moods in which there is some continually changing relationship with Krishna. The 5 permanent rasas remain, but there may be other transitory rasas, subordinate rasas that come and go. Premadika stayi bhava samagri milane Krishna bhakti rasa rupe paya pariname. When the permanent ecstasies, neutrality, servitorship, and so on are mixed with other ingredients, devotional service in love of God, it is transformed and becomes composed of, here it says, transcendental mellows. Becomes experience some transformation. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the following definition is given. Atasha Keshava Lakshitaya Nigadyate Samagri Pariposhena Paramarasa Rupata Vibhavar Anubhavais Cha Satvikar Vyabhicharibi Svadatvam Ridi Bhaktanam Anita Shravanadibi Esha Krishna Rati Stayi Bhavo Bhakti Raso Bhavet. Love for Krishna Keshava is as previously described, reaches the supreme state of being composed of mellows when its ingredients are fulfilled. By means of vibhava, anubhava, sattvika, and vyabhichari, hearing and chanting are activated, and the devotee is able to taste love for Krishna. Then attachment for Krishna or permanent ecstasy, sthayi bhava, becomes the mellows of devotional service, bhakti ras. So this chapter is dealing with Krishna, Prema-prayojona, love of God and life's ultimate goal. So naturally, when we talk about the goal of what is the result of having a relationship with Krishna and serving Krishna in that relationship, or sambandha and abhidheya, then when we start to talk about the goal, what is the result of that attachment for Krishna, service to Krishna, then naturally we're going to be talking about stages of advancement, which we can only appreciate. I will say appreciate almost from afar, because they're very advanced stages. But here, Mahaprabhu is describing to Sanatan Goswami these different stages. Vibhava, Anubhava, Sattvika, Vyabhichari, Sthayi Bhava, Rasa Hoy, Echari Mili. Permanent ecstasy becomes a more and more tasteful, transcendental mellow through the mixture of special ecstasies, subordinate ecstasy, natural ecstasy, and transitory ecstasy. Vibhava, special ecstasy. Anubhava, subordinate ecstasy. Or you can see Anubhava is that which is helping in that ecstasy. Sattvika, natural ecstasy. Vyabhichari, transitory ecstasy. Sthayi bhava, permanent ecstasy. Rasa becomes these 4 mili. These 4 mili meeting. So anyway, this is the development of that attachment and that love of God for Krishna. You need to put on some tila. Dadijena kanda maricha karpara milane rasa lakya rasa hoy apurva svadane. Yogurt mixed with sugar candy, black pepper, and camphor is very palatable and tasty. Similarly, when permanent ecstasy mixes with other ecstatic symptoms, it becomes unprecedentedly tasty. Yogurt mixed with sugar candy, black pepper, and camphor is very palatable and tasty. Similarly, when permanent ecstasy mixes with other ecstatic symptoms, it becomes unprecedentedly tasty. When just a little camphor is mixed in, but not from the tablets, actual natural, real camphor, raw camphor, just a little bit. It makes it very tasty. So, Vivida, Vibhava, Alambana, Udipan, Vamshi, Svaradi, Udipana, Krishnadi, Alamban. There are two kinds of particular ecstasies, Vibhava. One is called the support and the other is called the awakening. The vibration of Krishna's flute is an example of the awakening, and Lord Krishna himself is an example of the support. Okay. Anubhava Smita Nritya, Gitari, Udbhava Svar, Anubhava Smita Nritya, Gitare, Udbhasvar, Stambhadi, Sattvika, Anubhavera Bitar. The subordinate ecstasies are smiling, dancing, and singing, as well as different manifestations in the body. The natural ecstasies, such as being stunned, are considered among the subordinate ecstasies, Anubhava. So I'm going to stop here. Tomorrow I'll continue. So, you don't necessarily have to be able to understand all these things, but you can develop some feeling and taste for this. Okay. No, I just use my hands. Hari Harai Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raguna H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jaoite Vignana Shabishta Puran H.I. Gosai Jarmui Taradas Tasabar Padarenu Mora Panchagras Tader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Janame Janame More Abhilash H.I. Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas Radha Krishna Nitya-lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majjayaman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koryash Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamada.
Harinam Sankirtan Kohe Naratamada.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo.
Jai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Jai Gaura Hari Bo.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo.
Jai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Jai Gaura Hari Bo.
Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramansa Parabhajaka Charyasta Tara Sarashi Shiman Shila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramansa Parabhajaka Charya Ashtatara Sarashi Shiman Shila Bhakti Rakak Shira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Shila Bhakti Sunanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Shila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Shila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namachari Shila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunashi Jiva Gopalbhada Das Raghunash Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagwat Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishwavarenya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Brinda Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Brinda Ki Jai. Sri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Sri Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Sri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Sri Koladvip Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kana Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.
Shri Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai.
Divine appearance there, Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.